Hello guys, good day. This is Rachel again. For those of you who are new to this channel, this YouTube channel, the IPASS Processing, is intended for medical professionals who want to have a license abroad in the USA or in the Middle East. So IPASS Processing is a processing agency. We cater exam applications for those medical professionals. If they want to have a license in the Middle East like in the Middle East like Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Saudi, Qatar, Oman, and for the nurses, we are processing exam application for the nurses who want to have the NCLEX exam application. So on this vlog, I'm going to discuss to you about the difference between a compact state and a single state. So for those, because yesterday there was a client who inquired to us and she was telling me that I want to process or to start my NCLEX application and I want to apply through a compact state. However, IPASS staff informed me that I am not qualified to apply through a compact state, and what they are recommending is to apply for a single state, and I prefer to apply through a compact state. Would it be can you recommend to me something, or can you help me to clarify my my questions? So I clarified to her that regardless whether you will apply through a compact state or a single state, it will not matter as long as you are still outside the USA and you are not yet so sure as to where your employer is going to deploy you, because at the end of the day it will still be, because it is still with the decision of your employer whether which state will you be deployed. So it is not a problem if you have applied through a compact state and your friend applied through a single state, so your friend will not have any problem with her license. So the difference between the two is that if you have a compact license or a multi-state license, then you are allowed to practice as a nurse in another compact state. So there is what we call nurse license compact. So on this, there are member states, the compact states, wherein when you have a multi-state license or a compact license, then you have the permission or the authority to practice as a nurse in another state belonging to that other compact state aside from where you have a license. For example, Texas is a compact state, Montana is a compact state. So if you have a license with that and it is already a multi-state license, then you can practice as a nurse in another compact states. However, the usual case is that the nurses usually who are applying at this time are still outside the USA, particularly in Texas. So the status of the application is still single state status. Unless you can provide them with social security number, sometimes they will ask for your driver's license, your residential address, then it will become a compact license or a multi-state license. Although there are some applications like if you will just try to apply, if you will apply, or if you will state, or if you wanted to apply and then it will become to have it multi-state. So there is a thing that you can do for that, but it's not guaranteed, because sometimes they will ask for a driver's license and the other thing. If you are not able to provide them, then they are not going to issue your multi-state license. So my point is, when you are still outside Texas, you cannot provide yet residential address and the other things, then it will still be a single state. But you don't have to worry about it, because by the time that you will be there, then it can be changed to a multi-state license. So for a single state, so the client who inquired yesterday was assessed by our staff, and we informed her that she is eligible to apply for a single state. So a single state can give you a single state license. So you are only allowed to practice as a nurse in that particular state. If ever you want to practice in another state, there is what we call license endorsement that needs to be done in order for you to be allowed to practice in another state. What happens then if ever that your license will be endorsed to another state? So the initial license will still be active unless you are going to process or you're going to apply with score transfer procedure. So both of the licenses will be active. So with her case, the one that who inquired to us, so it's not a problem because it will be the decision of your employer as to which state you will be deployed. So there is no problem if, as of now, the status of your license is still a single state, because we are not yet sure which state you will be deployed. However, if you are sure that you will really be deployed in a certain state, then we can apply to that particular state, which can be a compact state. However, we are still going to base our application based on your if ever that you are eligible for this particular state, because there are requirements that we need to consider. So if ever that you cannot meet those requirements, then you are not eligible. So we are going to recommend you another state board wherein you can be approved for your NCLEX examination. So that's it for today. So I hope that you have understood the difference with the compact state and the single state, and I hope that you will not worry anymore if ever that we are going to suggest you to apply to through a single state. It's just because we are going to base if you are eligible to apply in a certain state that can be a compact state, or are you eligible to apply through this another state. So it's really based on your based on our assessment on your credentials as well, and the requirements that you need to meet, like English proficiency exam, like date of graduation, work experience. So there are other things that we have to consider. So if ever that you want to start your NCLEX application, you can easily send us a message through our Facebook page, that's IPASS Processing, and you can also visit our website, that's www.ipassprocessing.com. You may also want to check the blogs that we have in our website and the other vlogs here in our YouTube channel for more for more information on your exam application. So there will be upcoming blogs that we are going to do in as much as what we can give and what we can share to you. We will be very willing to share with you those information that might be helpful with you. So thank you very much for your time, and I hope that you are already clarified with regards to the difference between the two, and to be assured if ever that we are going to recommend a single state than a compact state. So have a great day everyone, and I hope that you have your best preparation. I know that you can do it. Please do not doubt yourself, and always believe in God that He will provide the best answer for your prayers. Thank you and have a great day. Bye.